Hi, Shrishti. How are you?
Hi Vashi, I'm good. How are you doing?
I am well. Thank you for so much taking out the time. I know busy days, internship ongoing, so there's a lot of things happening at your end. So, this conversation is primarily to do a quick recap on your application journey, coming down to, when you started, reached out to us at LilacBuds, your initial conversations, and the whole process you went through. So, if you could give us a quick introduction about yourself, your profile, your background, for our audience to understand you.
Yes, of course. So hi, I'm Shrishti Keshri. I am from Kolkata, India, but I went to Ohio State University in 2021 August, and after that, I was navigating through the whole job search process, and I thought of doing a master's in computer science. And I was going out through Google, and I found LilacBuds, and I just saw like it was based in Delhi and Mumbai, and it had good reviews. I watched through some videos actually on YouTube, and it was very inspiring. So I reached out, and then Vashi, you connected with me, and we had a good conversation on call, and I just thought this would be a good fit for me. So we conversed through emails, and then you gave me a whole list of everything. So, like the services you guys offer, and it was just like what I needed. So I just joined Lilac Buds in November of 2025. And after that, my whole process of applications and shortlisting and everything was done until May of 2026. And when I decided which university to go to and everything. So, yeah.
Perfect. So, if you could share with us the actual programs you applied to, what kind of results you got, and now finally, where are you headed?
Yes, of course. So I applied to a total of six universities, starting with in San Jose. I applied to San Jose State University and Santa Clara University. Um, then in Dallas, I applied to UT Dallas. Uh, in Ohio, I applied to University of Cincinnati, and I applied to Rochester Institute of Technology and University of Illinois Chicago. Out of those, I got acceptance from all of them except from University of Illinois Chicago. So I think 5 out of 6 is pretty good. So yeah, and the first acceptance I got from RIT, it was really good. I got a 20% scholarship from that because yeah, maybe they just like my SOP or something. So yeah, and from University of Cincinnati, I got a 34% scholarship, and at the end of the day, I am heading to University of Cincinnati with computer science. And for all the universities, I applied to Masters of Science in Computer Science and Engineering. So
Perfect. So,
yeah,
great results. You very rightly said 5 out of 6 is amazing. And you were
right.
somebody, there are a lot of people who have that apprehension, GRE, should I be giving the exam? So, you also had your own level of struggle with the tests, going ahead with that. So, how did that happen? Did you apply with the scores, or how did you navigate that process?
Yeah, so I took the GRE in December, and I didn't do so well. And because I was just like not accustomed with the testing center and the test, like I had a little testing anxiety. So I think that would played into it. So after that, I prepared more, and then I took it again in March, and it went pretty well. But when I was applying to universities, most of them waived it for me because and also my IELTS exam was waived because I did my bachelor's from an ABET accredited university. So those were waived for me, but it was pretty good. And yeah, the process was very problematic and a little bit struggleful, but at the end of the day, I'm not complaining. It worked well. So yeah.
Great. So, perfect. So, you're heading to Cincinnati. But before you got into this journey, Srishti, when you and I had our first conversation, you were still in the US. So, there was still a lot of things happening going through your mind, thinking of taking up a consultant based out of India. What were your chief concerns when you got into this journey, or even thought of, okay, let me start looking at pursuing a master's? So what questions did you have in your mind?
When I was applying for jobs back in the US, it was not like I was not in a best state of my mind because of all the anxiety and how like the job rules were changing and everything. So and I always wanted to do a master's, so that's why I was like maybe I should apply for a master's. But then I was looking at all the process and it was just so extensive. They have like you have an SOP, and like in for undergrad you can just do a common app and have like one SOP for all the
True.
colleges. But for masters, it's you have to have a different SOP for all of them, and like the university specific paragraphs, and like how some of them, like for my case too, like how me and my mentor Herschel we worked, and it was like some of them had 1,000 word limit, but some of them had 500. So like to fit your entire story from 1,000 to just 500, like I just thought, and like being computer science, like that's my strong suit. Writing essays is not. So I just thought I just needed the help of a consultant who was like specialized in this area, and because this was my plan B, sort of, which is not my plan A, but at that time it was. So I just didn't want it to fail, and I didn't trust myself 100% to just do it on my own. So that's why I reached out to LilacBuds, and yeah, the journey was great.
Great. So you mentioned working with Harshal one-on-one on your applications. He himself is somebody who's done his master's in computer science. He's currently working at Meta, so definitely has the experience and the pedigree working with applicants like you. So how was your experience? He currently is based in the US himself, and you had also during your process come back to India. So how did you navigate those, different time zones, working with him? Anything, the highlight of your whole process, if you could share, anything which really stood out.
Yeah, of course. So when I was assigned my mentor, Herschel, he did his master's from, I think, UCSD, and which is an awesome school. And when we talked one on one, it was just like very nice. He already went through the similar process, so I knew I could talk to him. Also, an international student, and I am too. So it was just like very nice to talk to him. Same field, and he just understood my struggles, what I'm facing. He was very like helpful in giving all the advice and just like going through the essay process. He was also awesome at writing essays. So yeah, I love that. And yeah, so it was just like helpful, and he guided me a lot. Like we went through our drafts multiple times. He helped me with the university specific ones, and because he's already there, so he knew like what the universities needed because he's already been through that process. So we had multiple one-on-one conversations, shortlisted our universities, and he was very honest about it, because if I was aiming too high or was aiming for a lot of safety schools or reach schools, he's like, no, you can do better, or like, no, you need to do something less. So he was very honest and like, yeah, blunt about it, and I really liked it. So yeah, it was an awesome experience with that.
Amazing. So, overall, throughout this whole process, if you tell me, Shrishti, anything you would like to share based on your experience with other applicants who think or, want to get onto this journey of, applying to masters abroad, anything they should be wary about, think about, plan in advance based on your experience?
Yeah, so I mean, it's just it's a lengthy process, especially for the US. It has tons of requirements, and instead like of getting overwhelmed, like yeah, some people can do it by themselves, but it's like instead of getting overwhelmed, like if you are, there is another path. And I have like I had a consultant back in undergrad and then now in masters too, and I feel like with all the stress, because you have like testing stress and then your documents, you have to gather so many documents. So I feel like get going through a consultant is good, and it just like calms down your mind and eases the process, because there's so many things you have to navigate. And just like be organized, be on time, and yeah, communicate well whatever you think is like why you need to go to whatever country you're going to, and like what degree you want to pursue. Like have a clear mindset of what you want to do, and just like set a goal and just like work towards it. So yeah. Yeah.
True, very true. Till the time that clear pathway, and I think Harshal definitely played a very big role in helping you navigate this journey as well to understand, okay, what's right, what's wrong, what actually makes a lot more sense for somebody like you. So I think overall, this was a great journey working with you. Anything you would say why an applicant should think of, did you okay, during this process, did you have like, okay, apart from the US, do I need to look at any other countries, or it was still okay, I just need to look at US, that's where I want to go? Did you have that kind of a conundrum during this journey?
I mean, because I did my bachelor's in the US, I do have a lot of stuff like still there in storage units. So, or like at my friend's place or something. So I wanted to go to the US because I really like the curriculum and how like the study environment is set and just the clubs and everything I was involved in. But for a time being, with all the visa stuff happening, I was thinking about like planning on Europe or like Germany and Spain or something like that. So yeah, and then I actually did talk to Herschel about it, and then he was like, no, but every year like visas get approved, and it's like, and I have been seeing visas are getting approval. I haven't gotten my slot yet, but hopefully fingers crossed I would get mine. And yeah, so I had a little bit of a conundrum, like a little bit, but it didn't like change my the path fully.
Fact.
So
True, very
yeah.
true. So happy to have worked with you, Shrishti, being a small part of your journey. Congrats on joining U Cincinnati, and thanks for taking out the time. It's all the best from the whole team at LilacBuds for your future, and would love to definitely stay in touch with you. Thank you so much for
Uh,
this.
Thank you, Vashi. And also, you played a really big part, not a small part, in my journey. And yeah, thank you for all the help. And thank you for making my journey like so stress less and yeah, easygoing. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. Our pleasure. Thank you.